Subscribers and viewers of Someone's Room, I come to you again with the message of today that comes from the book of Genesis. Today we are covering, if you do this, you are going to reject. Avoid this mistake for all your life, because you're going to reject, though there is hope, but still it will cost you. The book of Genesis chapter 15, verse 3 and 4, it says, "And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of God came unto him, saying, This shall not be in the heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir." So we see here that Abram was given the promise that God is going to give him a child. But he waited, and he was weak in faith. Chapter 16, it said that, verse 2, "And Sarai said unto Abram, Behold now, the Lord has restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai." The promise was for God to give Abram a child, and the person to get the child was from his wife. But the patience weakened, that Abram became faithless, literal, and his wife did not know the promise. And what happened is the wife of Abram convinced him that he should do it with Hagar. And what happened? They did something against the God's promise. So let us see the story, then I will give you the message. And the book of Genesis, the book of Genesis chapter 17, verse 18, when God was talking to Abram about the promise of the child, that Abram asked God that maybe Ishmael could live, because God promised, and God said unto Abram, For Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be, and I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of the nations. Kings of people shall be of her." So God repeats the same promise, that the promise I gave you at first was concerning with Sarai. And now I repeat again, it is all through Sarai. So here we can learn that if God has given you a promise, no matter how much you run, it will return. But your deviation from the promise and not walking to the ways of God gonna cost you. You're going to face problems and challenges and losses. A lot of losses, my friend. I want to warn you in advance that be careful if God has given you a vision, not to go against it, not try to fix it on your own ways. Because if God wants to save you, and he still wants to use you, and he has given you the vision, you may go against him. He will not go against you. He will make you regret because of your bad ways. Otherwise, he had to leave you and lose salvation. But as long as he wants to save you, and you are near to him, though you are not obeying God 100%, your disobedience, your faithless acts will result to pain. Verse 17 says, "And then Abram fell upon his face, and laughed, and said into his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarai that 90 years old bear a son? And Abram said unto God, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee." The problem with Abram here, what we can see, is this one. Abram thought maybe it is just a task, and not just use your energy to not just trouble yourself. There is Ishmael. You can use him. So he is suggesting the plan to God to change his mind. So sometimes we human, we are weak. I'm including myself. We are weak, that we find ourselves suggesting the plans to God, that it's better if God, you can do this one, it can work. God has given you idea, you need to get to this job. This is your calling. And you're saying, God, I want to save you, but if I can save you even when I become the certain person. Maybe God has told you have to get married this person because he's the right person for you. And you say, God, but I have one fiancé like this one. He is good, she is good, or he is good. May you just turn this one. You are suggesting the plans to God. So you must choose God's plan, my friend. To avoid rejection and avoid regret. And God said, verse 19, Sarai thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with the seed after him. So God is dealing with his promise. God has a promise. God has given us the light. God has given us where we want to go. We should not pursue our ways because we reach there late. We reach there late. So it's better to avoid trying to fix by our own imaginations. Myself, I'm a victim of this. So I share with you something that has touched my life. When I disobeyed God because I thought things could work well, that this is maybe good. God, you can bless me with this one. If you give me this one, I'm going to do this one. Then the time when it comes, because when you try to do that against God, God leads you. So you pursue your ways. Then you will meet God later. When you have wasted your time, you have wasted your money, you have wasted your energy, doing things that were not for you. And God said, my calling for you is this. My promise is through Isaac, not Ishmael. Okay? So now, when you go to chapter 21, Isaac is born. Isaac is born. But something happens. Hagar, verse 21, verse 9, and Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abram, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abram, cast out this bondwoman and a son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be thee with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abram's sight because of his son. This is the problem, friend. Abram loved what he has performed. Sometimes we love what we can do. We love what we worked for. We don't like the promise. I like to enjoy life. I want to enjoy what I've searched with all my strength, not what God has given me. Because I value my works. We want salvation by our works. When God tells you that, my son, you know what? I want to give you life, and it's a free gift. You have to accept Jesus Christ, my son. You say, God, no. God, yes, but I delight to do. I delight to do because I'm happy. I become a person, I become a Christian when I do this one. I want to do this one. But even on our plans, when God tells us, I've come now, I've brought my plan, it is standard you have to leave this one and follow what I called you for. I'm talking to different people who has been hearing the calling of God. And you see, they don't want to hearken to the voice of God because they have their personal agenda. They want to fulfill their needs. They want to fulfill their desires, but not the desire of the Lord. Friend, if God has given you an idea, pursue that. Do not convince God. Let him convince you to do things, okay? And God said unto Abram, let it not be grievous in thy sight, because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. And all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto Sarah, as he has said. as she said, hearken to her voice, for Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. So that's the promise of Ishmael, was just a small promise that, okay, I just press it. So if you find your own ways, you will reject it because one day you are going to live it. If God has called you, and then you are deviating from the plan of God, and you want your own ways, you're going to regret. My friend, I want to tell you that you should not face the same pain that Abraham faced. Telling your boy of 18, 19, 20 years that go, and chasing him without treasures, only water and bread, because he was not the promised one. So friend, not to incur losses, it's better to follow God's plan. It's better to wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord. Do not try your ways. There is no money in your pocket. And God has said, I will take care of you. Why should you steal? Why should you eat the tithe and offering? Why should you try to lie? Call upon the name of the Lord. Say, Jesus, I trust you. You promised it. I'm going to die in hunger. You've missed the child. You are in the Seventh-day Adventist church, the true church, remnant of the Lord. And then you miss a child. You have prayed, and God has said, wait. You have the peace that one day God is going to give you a boy or a girl. And then waiting, you become frustrated. You become impatient. And then you are convinced to go to other false apostles and prophets who can give you a son. And then you ask, you get a son, you rejoice. My friend, my dear brother, my dear sister, God will come ahead and God will tell you, this is not my son. You will lose her. I don't know how. You will lose her or you lose him, if a son or a girl. Friend, it's better to hearken unto the voice of God and not try to manipulate him. Not try to fulfill his agenda by your own ways. Learn to trust in the Lord. To avoid regret. To avoid reject. If you are called, you are converted, you are a son of God or a daughter of God, and God gives you a plan, you deviate, I tell you, you are not going to get lost. Because you are converted, you are a child of God, you are a disobedient son, God is going to teach you a lesson. He will come the time when he knows that you can hearken the voice, and then he will tell you, repeat the same promise. And when you ask him, God, why? Maybe this one, you can bless this one, God will tell you, no, I called you for this. And then go on. I don't want you to meander, to go around the bushes for 40 years like Israelites. It's better you go straight. Because they not have faith in God. God has to leave them to go around, just moving through, not reaching their destiny because of their unbelief. Even now you, my friend, we better learn to trust. It's hard. I tell you, it's not easy. It's hard, a little hard. But still, I just warned you before. I do believe this message is going to help you, my friend. That you will focus on the Lord. That you will trust him. Even if convincing ideas, rich ideas may come to you, but not deviate from the principle of God. He is your friend. He's training you. If you focus on him, you will reach there late, early. But if you focus on your ways, you will reach there late and tired. And some regrets will come. But something good is, God is so merciful. If you have not hearkened to the voice of God, and you have tried your ways, and you have got your produce, worry not. Go to God. Tell him, my Father, I promised you something and I have deviated. You told me to do this one and I did mine. So God, I come to you. Have mercy on me. God is so merciful. He forgives. He will take you to his plan. He won't reject you. And he will bring the solution where you have deviated. He won't he won't destroy your plans, but he will bless it. But he will take you to where he planned you. He will know how to deal with your produce. Sometimes you will be required to chase them away. Sometimes you will be required to leave your friends. Sometimes you will be required to leave your job because God called you to certain work. But worry not. God will give you the way how to live it safe. God will give you a heart. Worry not, friend. Trust in the Lord. Believe in his power. Believe in his mercy because he's a loving God. We are human beings and weak. We cannot say we are perfect. We are not. We are weak. We are hypocrites. We are faithless most of the time. But God comes where we are. From that moment, he takes us up with him. We can go through the ladder being curled by Jesus. We can go up being curled by Jesus. So we believe in the name of Jesus. My friend, thank you because you have hearkened to this voice that avoid these things, not reject. And if you do this thing, you're going to reject. You're going to neglect. I mean, you're going to neglect. So to avoid neglect, friend, follow God's plan and you shall prosper. You shall have peace. No matter what weaknesses, no matter what challenges, but still the presence of the Lord will be with you. And you will have peace and you shall accomplish what God has started in you. May God bless you. Remember to subscribe, to like and share this video. God bless you, man.